Good evening, everyone. I hope my voice is audible. I'll give one more minute of time so that other people also can join. Thank you for joining for today's YouTube live. Today's topic is very interesting topic, which is project management and clinical research. I'll be discussing multiple points today. That's about what is actually project management and clinical research, and what are the tools and applications and technologies used in project management for clinical research. And the next point, what are the skill sets required? What are the different skill sets required? Like either they have to communicate and they have to know about the regulations or guidelines or the process. All those things we'll be discussing about the skill sets. And the next one is I'll be discussing about the future of pharmaco or project management, how the future of project management is there. And I'll be discussing about project management plan certifications also. So with this, I'll be giving a conclusion message that what exactly we are looking at project management and how project management is playing a role in clinical research. So now coming back to today's topic, I'll be focusing on first one, what is project management in clinical research. The second one is what are the essential tools and applications and technology which are being used in project management and clinical research. The third one is the skill sets required for going and working into project management and clinical research, and what is the significance of project management certifications, why we should do a project management certifications, and exactly what is the future and scope of the project management in clinical research. Now coming back to what exactly is project management in clinical research. Now, this is a very critical functions that are ensured that the clinical trials are executed efficiently with the highest quality within the given budget. So the most important word is the clinical trial should run very smoothly within a less budget or within an available budget, within the schedule, and maintaining the compliance of the regulatory requirement and following the guidelines and regulations. So you need to conduct the clinical trials as per the regulatory requirement and regulations and SOPs and guidelines or GCPs, and within the schedule, and also within the available budget which is being given for your project management activities. So that's your most important activity for project management. Now how project managers work, when you say that it should be efficiently planned and also scheduled and within the budget as per compliance of regulations, how are we going to work on this, particularly project management? So actually, if you see project management in clinical research, it's a very difficult complex trials might come. So it's a third phase randomized double blind comparison of a gold standard drug or decentralized clinical trials within a lot of teams are there, and then you have a very standard timeline, a very reduced timeline, and how can you make the study go live and work on this is something which is called as project management. The steps involved in the project management process is first one is planning. So they plan in a such a way which activity, how much time, how much duration, and how much efforts and team members are required. So that's first one which is called as planning. The second one is coordinating. So coordinating across all the team members, whether start from the clinical trials and conduct of trials, and also during the trial and after the trial, and also statistical analysis and submission of the reports to the regulatory authorities, how we are coordinating with all the teams, executing each process, executing each and individual process, how the clinical trials is performed, and monitoring of the activities at end to end monitoring of the activities to ensure the safety and efficacy of the investigational drug products or medical interventions are being achieved. The goal is to make sure the planning and the coordination, execution, and monitoring and closing out of the clinical trial activities are being performed correctly or not is something which is called as your clinical project manager role. So now what is exactly the clinical project manager role that he will perform is he coordinates with various aspects of the trial. So he plans and initiates. So first of all, he starts the clinical trial, plans it. He gives a rough plan that how much duration and how much timelines and deliverables and what are the regulatory ethical approvals and how much time for approvals and all those activities. So first activity he will do is trial planning and initiation. The second most important activity is budgeting and resource management. So how much financials he is having and how many resources he will have to need, allocating the financial aspects and human resources appropriately. How many resources and also financial aspects are needed is being taken care. So the first step is trial planning. The second step is budgeting and resource management. The third step is the stakeholders coordination. So there are multiple teams, from the trial designing to the conduct and to the data management to the medical writing to the statistics to the trial master file. There are multiple teams and sponsors, CROs, hospitals, site ethics committees. More teams are there who can coordinate. So there is only one person who can coordinate. That person is your project manager. So coordination with stakeholders. So that's the third point. So first point is planning and execution. The second point is how budgeting and resource management. The third point is stakeholders coordination. And the fourth point is regulatory compliance and documentation, because project manager is responsible for making sure the regulatory compliance is being taken care and also documentation is taken part of it, ensuring all activities are being conducted as per ICH and applicable regulations and all SOP, because the other project managers might not work on the regulations, but as we are into clinical research, we have to work on particularly ICH, GCP, FDA and EMEA or SOP or GCP regulations. That's the fourth point. And fifth point, coming back to risk management, how can you identify the potential risks and immediate mitigation of risk, and also the continuous planning should be there. So that's a risk management and risk mitigation planning. How are we going to do it is something which is fifth step. So planning and resource management, financials, and the third one stakeholder coordination, and the fourth one the regulatory compliance, and the fifth one risk management, and the sixth one is the data monitoring and quality control. So how you can make sure that data quality, integrity and ethical aspects of data is being maintained and quality control of the data is maintained, ensuring the data quality, integrity and site monitoring, adherence to clinical trial protocol and SOP and guidelines are being done to conduct the clinical trial is something which is trial monitoring and also the quality control. And the next one is last step is project closure and reporting. So now we have multiple steps, starting from planning and designing of the clinical trial. The second one, budgeting and also resource management. The third one, all stakeholders coordinations. And the fourth one, the regulatory compliance and documentation. And the fifth one, the risk management plan. Sixth one, data monitoring and also the quality control and ethical aspects and data integrity has to be there. And project closure and reporting of data has to be there. So these are the different steps which are being used for project management plan. So now what are the tools and technologies which are being used by the project manager? So the first one is CTMS tools. The CTMS, the clinical trial management systems, either it is CDM systems or CTMS systems. One is Medidata Rave, and the next one is Viva Vault, Oracle Clinical, and Medrio systems are there, which are the CTMS systems. There are other systems also for project manager, particularly Microsoft projects will be there, and Monday is also there, which can be used for the project management softwares to understand the planning and designing, how many days, how many resources, and all those things. You can do it in project management systems. And risk management, definitely risk management and quality assurance. There is one system which is called as RAC, the risk assessment and categorization tool. And also there is one more thing which is called as CAPA, which is corrective action and preventive actions. So now there are three systems which I have discussed. One is on CTMS systems, the other one is on the risk management systems, and also one more is how we can conduct the clinical trials or project management plannings or planners, how we can do it. And the next one is collaboration and communication meetings. So there are multiple meeting platforms are there, including the Microsoft Teams and Google Workplace and Zoom meetings, and all those stuff can be taken with the collaboration and communication platforms with respect to your Microsoft Teams and Zoom and all those things. The next one is the data management tools on statistical tools, the analytical school tools, which are SAS, R, or Python can be used. So there are 5 systems which can be used, technology and tools which can be used for the project management. What are the essential skills of a project manager? So project manager generally should have very good regulatory knowledge, including ICH, GCP, FDA, EMEA, CDSCO, MHRA, all regulations and also guidelines. The second one is leadership and time management or team management, how you can do the team management and leadership activities. And the third one is how you can have the budget and time management, how within the given budget and within the given time, how can you assess this. You have to make sure that is being correctly working accordingly. And the risk assessment and problem solving skills also should be needed, which is essential skill for the project manager. And effective communication is one more part which can be used for the project manager. So now, what are the future perspective of project manager? Because I have spoken what is project management in clinical research, what are the essential tools and skill sets required, all those things I have spoken. Now, what are the future trends of project manager? If you wanted to really become a project manager, what are the trends of a project manager? First one is AI/ML learnings in clinical trials, how you can implement AI/ML, artificial intelligence and machine learning in clinical trials. That's the most important part. And the second part is decentralized clinical trials or virtual clinical trials, how you can use the decentralized clinical trials or virtual clinical trials, how you can conduct it. And the next one is blockchain technology for integrity of data and security of data, real world evidence, which is RWE and big data analytics, adaptive clinical trials or changing of the clinical trial during the conduct of clinical trial. So AI/ML in clinical trials, decentralized virtual clinical trials, blockchain technology in data integrity and security of clinical trial like supply chain management, and the real world data and big data analytics, how we can use it, adaptive clinical trial designs, how we can use the adaptive clinical trial designs also in prospective area of the future of project management. So now, what is the PMP certification? So PMP certification is project management plan professional certification, which is issued by Project Management Institute, which is globally recognized credential to validate the professional is managing projects efficiently. It's a written exam which is being put by the Project Management Institute, and it's a very globally accredited credential having project manager capability and capacity to credibility improves the career opportunities, which can increase your opportunities to work as a project manager. So now, why to pursue project management? There are multiple reasons why to pursue, because one can say that your career will be good and certification increases the scope of activities. So now, what is the eligibility? So at least 4 years of degree with 36 months of project management. So it cannot be directly you can write an exam. You have to have 4 years of degree, which is either B Farm or BS or BTech or something like that, which with having 36 months of experience. And also 35 hours of project management training should be done along with this kind of a course. Finally, you can do the successful completion of project management certification. So now, project management conclusion is project management is a very vital role in clinical research, ensuring the trial is conducted with a scientific activity, regulatory compliance, and also operation efficiently. So three things: one is science, the second one is regulatory compliance, and the third one is operations are efficiently conducted. By leveraging modern tools and technologies and also AI/ML and also data science and all those in acquiring industry related skills, staying updated with the futuristic trends, the clinical project managers are significantly having the success rate of a trial, and also their career goals are being increased. Moreover, obtaining PMP certification is always valuable. With continuous advancement in technology, regulatory framework, and also patient-centric approach, the future of clinical research and project management is promising, offering numerous opportunities, including the professionals in the field. So it's a very essential in clinical research professionals to embrace the digital transformation, how you can make it from paper to paperless, and also digital transformation, develop leadership skills, and also invest in professional certifications to stay competitive in evolving industry. So now with this, I have concluded my message that project management is very nice jobs, and also you can start working in clinical research or project management with particularly having this all activities. So I spoke about what are the different steps involved in project management, what is project management in clinical research, what are the essential tools and applications, including the CDMS, the CDMS, and also the meeting and project management plannings, and skill sets required. What are the different skill sets required? What is the future of project management? And also what is all about PMP certification? And also we have spoken about what is the conclusion. So I think with this, I would like to thank all people who have attended this project management and clinical research. If you have any questions, I'm open for answers, or else we can close it out this session. And thank you so much for everyone who has joined today, making this live session. So we have discussed so many points about project management and how project management can be used in clinical research. So with this, thank you so much. Have a nice, wonderful evening. Thank you.